Wakelet is another free Microsoft app. Wakelet is a digital curation platform that allows you, the instructor, and your students to organize a mix of content for easy access. It's a broad platform that can be used in many ways, making it a creative way to be engaging with your students. Wakelet has a feel much like Pinterest, so if you are familiar with Pinterest, Wakelet will have a lot of common features. To access Wakelet, you'll use your OneDrive using the icon in the left-hand corner and searching for the Wakelet icon. There are two different icons. One is just Wakelet and one is a Wakelet OneDrive integration. Either icon can be selected. And if you can't find it, go to All Apps and do a search. You'll open up to a new tab where you will sign up using the blue button here or here with your Lakeland email address. I already have an account, so I'm going to press login instead. So instructors can create wakes as a way to pool resources, focus on a certain topic, allow students to explore the various information ahead of a lesson. Because it is an open platform, this also means that your students can go off and explore wakes created by others to learn more. So once you've logged in, you'll come to your collection tab, which will be your home base. So this video is just going to walk through the basic features of Wakelet, and I will have other videos that go into further detail about certain features. So starting on the top, you can always select the blue Wakelet to go back to the home page, or go back to your home page, excuse me. This is where any notifications will pop up, and then if you hit your initial icon, this is where all of your profile information will live. What's nice about Wakelet is it is 100% free and there is no limitations on how many collections that you can create. This icon will collapse your tab at any time if you want to make your working area larger. You can search within Wakelet, you can reorder, and you can start a collection right on top. Going down the left-hand side, the search bar will allow you to search other people's wakes. So if I wanted to search the topic of Blackboard, I can simply press search and all different wakes will appear that other people have made. Now, if you want to save any of these wakes, all you have to do is select on a wake and you can go through what they have, and if it's something that you find resourceful or it's something that you want to share out to your students, all you have to do is press the gear and you're going to press the save with that little bookmark icon. And what that's going to do is it's going to bring up a second window where it's going to ask you, where do you want to save this item? And you can save it to collections that you've made, group collections that you've made with others, or simply just save it in your bookmark area. I'm going to put mine in my bookmark area just as a resource folder. The next tab is the Explore tab. And this is just going to show you what are the popular wakes that are trending in Wakelet right now. So you can go through and you can search topics that are being viewed the most. And because it's October, you might see seasonal Wakelets being or trending more popular than others. So again, if you wanted to select a Wakelet and you liked what was in that wake and you wanted to save it, you can go to the gear, use your save, and save it to your bookmarks. The next tab is going to go to bookmarks. So this is where I just demoed where I saved two Wakelets that I looked into. I also have other Wakelets that I've shared or that I've saved from previous times I've been in here. So you can at any time add information to your bookmark area. So you can add text, you can add images, you can bring in, you can select any of your bookmarks that you have. You can bring in PDFs. So let's say I wanted to select a PDF to just stay in my bookmark area. I now have my PDF right here. Wakelet, you can move anything by using the three bars on top or selecting the three dots in the corner to move, as well as delete and save. This icon will go into further detail, but if you select it, this is where you can choose other platforms to integrate. The next tab is Collections. So Collections is where you can make your different wakes. So for example, if you're teaching the same course and you have 3 sections of it for one term, you can make one that goes for each section by selecting Create Collection. And it kind of just prompts you, it's very user-friendly. So I'm going to call this Blackboard Resources. And you can give it a further description if you need to. And from here, you can do several things. You can paste a web address. You can write a text box where you can also format text as well as link. You can bring in images. You can upload an image from your desktop. You can create a design right in Canva that will load directly into your Wakelet. You can choose from a GIF, or you can choose from their Unsplash file, which has thousands of free high-definition images. You can also bring in items from your bookmark area. So let's say I wanted to bring in these 4 items. I'm just going to press Add. And all of these items that were in my bookmarked area are now copied to my Wakelet. I can also pull in more PDFs right from my laptop. And again, you can use the 3 bars here to drag and drop where you want items to exist. And the app integration, this is where you can integrate things like tweets. You can integrate Flip. So if you have a Flip account and you use Flip, what's really nice is Wakelet and Flip work hand in hand, and I will go into further detail in a separate video about how that works. You can search YouTube right here, and you can bring in videos. So if I wanted to select a video, I can just click it and it will load it right there. And finally, you can access your Google Drive or your OneDrive as well as Adobe Express. You can also add items directly in your Wake area. So if you notice, if I hover underneath an item, there's a blue plus button, and that bar with all the options will appear just like it does on top. So if you know exactly where you want an item, you can select where you want it to go. Some other features that Wake has is, like Facebook, students can like items. They can see how many items exist in a Wake. As well as if you go to the upper corner, you'll see that it autosaves, much like Microsoft does in your Word documents or your PowerPoints. And if you select the paintbrush, this is where you can change the layout of your design. So media will give you very much kind of like a Facebook feed feeling. Compact brings things smaller and closer. If you want a grid feel, you can add a mood board, or you can add columns where your columns have names so you can organize your information further. I'm going to select the compact. And then you can change your cover photo, and again you can upload your own photo, use design from Canva, as well as choose a GIF or image from Wakelet's library, and you can decide how big you want that header image to be. You can also add a background image, and again you can add in an image or you can choose from Wakelet. So I'm going to search a texture. And all I have to do is select it, and you can see that now I have a texture behind my content. The gear button will bring up an option, so if you are somebody who is teaching multiple sections, you can make one Wakelet and then copy it as many times as you need. You can move your collection, And then you can go into further advanced settings to allow others who use Wakelet to copy your collection, as well as deleting your collection if you want to. Then the share button is where you can share your Wakelet right through your Blackboard course. So they do have several options, so you want to make sure you're selecting the one that fits your needs best. They have a viewing link, so this just allows anyone with a link to see the collection but not add to the collection. You can publish this to your profile. So this will make the collection visible to Wakelet users. So just like in the search engine, if you want this to be a resource for others, you can select this. You can copy a link, you can use a QR code, you can embed it, you can use Wakelet in Teams. Again, Wakelet will require an IT permission after you select the request access button, so you'll want to make sure you do that prior to wanting to use it in Teams. And then they have a collection link. So if you want to share out your Wakelet so your students can add and collaborate, then you're going to want to use these links instead of the sharing. So you can do a join code if you want to add an extra layer of security. Again, you can use a QR code and you can use it in Microsoft Teams. And you always have the option to invite individuals by username or email. So all you have to do is press copy. It will say it's copied to your clipboard, and then you can go into your Blackboard course shell, decide where you want to add a web link so your students can access the Wakelet.